Welcome to another episode of Malu Fale. Talofa lava.
Yeah, talo fala fionga le ya tau savele nei fo ia fiafi mana ia le la ai malulu ia malo le soifua manuia va so le ai manuia lava la fionga malo lava le tau tua pe ia so umai le malo le tunu.
Ia pe ia na talanoa o ta mafaufaunga. I le lea fo lea o le peau e aluma mori tala. O tala fo ia a itu maanganga whamai. Lewa la yona ta lanu whaatasi le nei asu.
So great minds think alike.
Wa la yona tusa ta lanu o lo la ai lalele. Ia mo lo ofu. O whape ai. Ta fastil nei asu am.
Ta fasta fora siele nei asu.
Tele voi tau zango ta lanu moana ma ta HRPP. Ia, o tala o le suanga o le vātele. Ia, ai tātou te whai mea. Fia ma tātou tala noa ma tali e fo le nei. A matanga o le nei vai. O le o ngā tono o le nei vai aso. Nā maile, nā vai aso ma tiu te sāwhenga iai.
Yeah, o manuia lava fa so longa fo ia vai so uma lava ile wa le so sani le au nei le malu le tunu o lo tau longo mai pe ia la tu sile o lo tele lava. There seems to be a lot of renovations at the moment. O nei a inga fo ia o mana o e toi fa le leia pe toi fa tele le mauta ona ua to tele le ia nei a inga so Olo tele lavale, and even some families are now looking at maybe possibly buying an investment property, and ole mana ia lava ole tele lavale o ngā ole tapo kalame le ia le ia tau savea. E ofo I nei a inga vala au mai le loi Napier, kalai stete, olo o Wellingtone, so o lea lava matua tele lavale lef sosoni, a wale tata salanoanga, whaata salanoanga, whaamala malma, nei, vaenga SS, so whai lava sina pisi.
Olo na winga la Emele, e mawhai ona e nofo atu lunga nei as a mortgage broker and actually can deal with people away from Auckland. E mawhai la ona e whaatino ina le mele na I le wala au mo ilo tangata lo nofo isi vaenga o le atunu, ai whawhiwhea la whafotu o New Zealand.
Ta whatele lo sili li le ato savea e mafai mato ona ona even for overseas ona o le ngale o le technology le wa yai we can do Zoom calls ai afa pe wo o le tulanga mo mana o mia le verify o le lato identity then no ilai fa nga ia loia or for New Zealand they can call into the local whatever bank branch le la mato nga lulu ai ia na verify le lato identity ele o yese o tele lava manoa sa le mo I la aso o mo fai ona mo le nei vai tau ona o le whaonga ina o le technology like your Zoom or Office I tu ai ngā me ese uma whapea. So yes, there's no limit basically now with technology.
Awa o lea lala ufai atu nei e ai ia le mortgage broker e lala mapapa a o le Gold Coast I Brisbane. Safsota I mai ata umalo ua manatu elea ia ngata o I Australia se la toa mio le pre-approval ma me o fapena le la o vasilia tuine o lo inga la te le lo to malo si anga o sanga inga la ia ma fea inga ma fale tupe ia so se meo le la lolangi ai mai se lava la tu Pasifika New Zealand ma Australia e tau o tele la le mta upu le o e sao noa ma fa maunia. Yes, of course we can deal with those people not only in New Zealand but outside of New Zealand.
Yeah, it's even Singapore. I've got clients in Singapore, but the UK.
Wow.
So ole mele e nga tele so long as ole maotale fi fatau or the property they are looking at doing is in New Zealand. So the property has to be here. I am a whaia mātona, so soni so it's a tangata lava, regardless of where they live, so long as they are looking at buying or doing something in New Zealand, then that is fine.
O tai ai lai le mata upu lea of how, the jurisdiction of the work that you do. E mwhaila no toi wha malmalamba I le atunu le tā ua tele lava, o le āle ngā luenga, o le mortgage broker, pei o la wafionga le faletua leo lo whaatino nei na I mwhaiona whaamanino I a matoe sosoni I le atunu.
Ia, tāua i o le tūlanga ona o iai lava le pia la iai sina nunumi la I titi lava i le mamalu le tunu, not just our people, but other nationalities as well. Po le alenga luenga mortgage brokers or mortgage advisors, o le matou au onanga, we work for you. Ia na matou wole o le manei o le whaonga o se mortgage advisor or a mortgage broker. We have access to all the banks.
Right.
So wele tasi se bank matou te ngā lulue a ngā iai. So we will look at every single or every individual situation. Ia ona mātou tilo le po Fale policy of which bank's policy best suits le tūlanga o le ainga le, o se whātai ta inga i einai ainga na mātou ngā lua that we currently work with. E avatu lisi bank e mai e decline. Ia e avatu lisi bank e mai o le approve. So o le mānaia le o le whaonga o se mortgage advisor, if you don't have one, I'm more than happy to help. E iei ona tūlanga whape ona mātou te malamalama I policies ese a banks uma. So we will put your application to whichever bank that best suits le mele fia le matatia mātātou le fia mana mia e o foi la le overseas ona different banks have got different policies in relation to offshore income. O le mana ia foi la le ona we have an understanding po ai ia I tu ainga incomes ese e mawhai e banks ese ona talia, so then we will then work with the bank. O le mana ia foi, it doesn't cost you any money. The banks will pay us so long as you use the approval that we have got from the bank, if it's a waile fale or whatever we're looking at doing, then the bank will pay us as soon as when you buy your home. So we will do all the paperwork. We will give you the advice that is relevant to your situation. Ia e pe mātou e le bank pā o le tūlanga le wa umana whaatau lau mota.
Malo, whaftai tā ua tele ia le saunoa ngai whaamāna malama ai ia lau tō ngā ruenga ma pito lau. Au whaafonga lea tunu ia au whanga solo fo le whaatalanoa ngai mana ia le vangane o sau peni ma le pepa. Tusi le I lalo ia le telefonia Emele le whaletua. E mwhai na e walau i pia mai nei por kalameo na whaalau tele leo le whaamāna malama ida. I lo o lua lava taimi panga noa. O lua fitu, valu tolu fitu, valu fa, valu o. Toi whaafonga le numero na Emele Palamo. O lua fitu, valu tolu fitu, valu fa, valu o. O lewa e tala nisi o vaenga o lautou ngā luenga. But what is the process of you working with your clients in the first instance? O lona winga le ale amatanga o lautou ngā luenga e whape I foi o na fola ia lautou mafutanga ma le feilo inga mua e whaatino I le ngā luenga lea ma le mana ongo tangata ia.
Yeah. Sa ua foi ia o le fasili o le mātou talanoanga mua lava. I usually try and determine po ngā whela I le tātou situation. So ia lava nei fasili o te fasilingia ia I sino o malamalama anga po ngā whela I le tātou where are we currently positioned at the moment. Ia ona o fasilingia lola ia po le atonu lava le matatia le fia mana o miai sef sosani. Are we looking at buying a first home? Are we looking at buying an investment property? Are we looking at adding other borrowers in? So wotulanga whapea e ao ngāile. So the initial conversation would be basically just asking a few questions ia o malamalama. So then I can give poleale what are the best steps from here. Ia nei loila ia, are we ready to go to the next stage, which is then we get the paperwork, the documentation on if I send a tele documents, I don't want to unnecessarily ask people our maya documents if we are not ready for that stage. So the step more lava lai ta ua tele. I know some people want to come and see me straight away, but I usually would like to have an initial conversation. Ia matato mautinoli lei, are we ready for the next stage? Ia ona pato mawaile o tato documentation, all the paperwork that is necessary. Ia o lesi o la stepunga, we will then do the research. Research which bank is best suited for you based on le tato conversation ia matato information. Yeah, then I will come back to the client and say, based on le tato information this is our possible best two banks maybe.
Eo.
And these are our potential borrowing capacity le iai. I ona amaile ona o te whaatalanoaina, are you happy for us to proceed to the next step? Ona le leilava le malamalama, we try and make sure they understand po o ngā whelawo i le tatou whaamoemoe.
Eo.
So we try and make them understand which step are we at. Ia a o mailo e la tau le whaatanganga. Ia ona avelo le application. And we will then wait for the bank to come back with the decision. Ia ona toe alwaile o lesi faskep o le tatou whaasolonga. So there's a few steps that we actually go through to make sure o le malamalama, manino lele, and there is, if there's any questions, we want to make sure they fully understand the process.
Malo, whaftaitile lava mo le whaamalamanina o le foi vaenga. Wa uma le whailua inga, o le ua se e le tūlanga foi leo, o le si vaenga, o le lala tātou ua e whai ia le application. O le ale mafuanga e lai ona tau nuu le tātou application, o le mea o le second tier lender, o le whale tupe au tū. E mafua sea, ai e iai se taimi e mawhai e ona sui mai i le second tier to a main bank institution.
Right. Yeah, o le taua fo i o left sili i le ataua ona most of the time o le mafuanga e lei ona ave le tatou application to a second tier lender outside of the main banks is our credit rating. Is either our credit rating is ele o le leile score, or we've had some defaults for inga and maybe oni aita lafu ele itstongina ele leile itstongina, or as either oni aita lafu that has been sent to Bay Court for collection and they have not been paid, or maybe in the last 24 months, or le tatou history of paying off maybe your utility bills or any other debts o le taimina ele leilo na lona tsongina. So 99% of the time it is our credit check that sends us to i le second tier lender. So le mele fautuaina I lava le mamalu le tunu. It is so important ia tatou I loa pe whaafewhea ona whai le tatou credit rating to make sure we don't end up with a second tier lender. Ai a whaapea. It's not a bad thing. If it's an avenue for us to get into the property market, then e mawhailona tatou le second tier lender for a period of time. And this is how I work with my clients. I've managed to bring some of them back. We can put you in there, so maybe for a year or 2 years. I ola recommendation lover is make sure our history is clean throughout the whole time.
Right.
Lona winga le whamatalanga, make sure our payments are paid on time and our credit history and our banking history is clean. We usually try and do a review every 6 months.
Yeah.
Once they've gone to the second tier lender to make sure we're on track. Ia o atu le taimi e whai ele wha moe moe ato au Maila Bank, we actually are on a good books.
Malo, whaftai. E whawhera e no wha o ia ma siaki po le ale tūlanga o low credit rating o le lei po Fale tonu po A, B, C, and D o le ale tūlanga e mwhai na tango o siaki lava i low tūlanga.
Okay. There are two organizations of financial institutions. One is Centrix, which you can go into www.centrix, which is CENTRIX.co.nz. That's one company. You can do it for free there. Or Equifax, which is EQUIFAX, your credit score. So Equifax, I think there might be a small charge, but you can check that with them as well. So those or organizations, main banks to check a low score. If you want to check your score and send me the report, I usually ask our clients if there's an issue, if they can check it, send me the report, then I'll have a look. O iei se mea mawhaiona o mitigating ai le stato application to the bank.
Does it ruin your chances of how many times that you have to go on Centrix and these other, to check your credits?
Yeah. Ta wale sili lea le ia tawa ona So long as o oile si akiinga lo credit rating directly with Centrex or Equifax, ele affect ilo score.
Right.
It doesn't affect your overall score. Ole tulanga affect ilo overall score is when you do a lot of inquiries with lenders, like maybe it's a higher purchase or afterpay, or you're getting a new phone, or tulanga whapea. So every time you do an inquiry, pete whaonga ina lea higher purchase or not, it will impact your inquiry. It will impact your overall score.
Right. Ta ua tele le vaenga le ua e sa no iai. O leo te vavai atu. What is a home loan refinance, and is it beneficial, and what are the benefits for your clients? Avapea o leo ua toe whaatupe o wala tupe o le mea sa o lava leo le winga leo o le toe whaatupe ina o lau no ngā tupe o le whale mua. Whawhena whaatino o le mta upule.
Yeah, tawa for ia le tulanga ona le taimi nei. Most of the main banks will give you cash back, a good level of cash back. Pe afa pe refinance. Or le refinance is maybe we are looking at options. Or yes, interest rate le lei mai another bank. We're looking at restructuring lo mo kesi le ye le semine o benefitio mea. It may be beneficial for some people, it may not be beneficial. O le tulanga la le, you can work with your mortgage advisor. It calculates afa be o ye se break costs or yengi fees for you to break your existing mortgage. And ole whatever benefit le la amaua mai is not going to cover the costs le.
Right.
Ia olona winga ele beneficial mo o ele taimile nei. So there are some benefits in refinancing. Pe afa pe o yeni tato ai tā lafu, we are paying maybe a 20 or 30% interest rate. O laite tilo tato, if we can consolidate that to the mortgagee, so long as I usually would, this is where a good mortgage advisor can work with you. E tilo ia awana I a maile tato ai tā lafu lea sa tolu tau sanga e mai wa umawa over 15 years. So which means you're worse off because you're now paying interest over 15 years rather than 3 years. So what tulanga fa benefitu na ia with your mortgage advisor. Is it beneficial? The cost of refinancing, or if you're getting any cash back, is that going to be do you have some money left in your pocket after you refinance?
Right.
Otherwise, it may not be beneficial for you. Let's say, mile ai ia tulanga le lei whai consolidate ai tā lafu. It could be that you restructure your mortgage to make sure you can pay off a little bit more on your mortgage to speed up the repayment. So there are benefits, but make sure you work with your mortgage advisor to make sure it's beneficial. Let's say, mile whai.
And even with your interest rate as well now.
Yeah.
Alo, whafte tele lava, le telefoni lea, a le whaletua ia Emele e te malmalama pe a te le rua teibi, o lua fitu, valu tolu fitu, valu wha, valu o. O lua fitu, valu tolu fitu, valu wha, valu o. Emele wa vela vale nei polo kalame, ele umi, ai ua tō tele tangata ua komeni ai, ia whapena fo i wala na lato siri ai pea. Le ngata I lau telefoni a o nisi o mata upu e tau wha malmalama. Ma ia fia malmalama ia mamanino o tātou tangata. Ia au te mamori e toile ngā whawhtai. Ai, a ve ia le nei a vanoa, ia e tu inatu I lau fionga le whaletua. Ia e whailoi fo ia le tānu mera. Ia e maise fo I o teibi e te avanoa ai. E mwhai eo na wala awatu le atunu uma sa ili se awa noa tau te wheilua I ai. Molu mana I o na tātau mawai lea ma le ngang whalua.
Yeah, whaftai tele lava le atou sa vea mo awa noa e le au maua it's opportunity we treasure and we value I le tau au onanga foia me se foia le Radio Samoa e mawhaiona sosani le malu le tunu. And also for your information le malu le tunu, we're looking at doing a first home buyers or a seminar on the 3rd of September. That will be at Ray White at Papatoe. So we will have a registration because there's limited number of seats. Ono o tūlanga lava whaapea is ele se costs for people to attend. But ono wa tele lava nei I'm really looking at the younger generation to educate the younger generation to actually get into home buying. Ia maua lātou ni information and mawhai ai ona lātou make some very informed decisions. So that's on the 3rd of September at Ray White Papatoe. We will have publications coming out very soon. But Ayesa Vasili, if you're Malama Atili, feel free to call me on 027 837 8480. Ia whaftai tele lava le atou a mole. Nei fo ia vanoa ia manuia ia malolonga le fiafi ia whaasoifua ia.
Whaftai lava manuia fo i ngā ruenga o lo tau wha mai o nei a fiafi ai whaasoifua ia ma ia manuia tele malolonga ia ai maise o ngā ruenga o toi o nei vai aso whaasoifua ia ma ia manuia. Ia le na, tāwalunga tuai le talanoanga ma le whaletua ia Emele Palamo o lesi fonga le nā o tātou por kalame Malu i Fale, Malu i Fafo. Ia, o telefo i tau sanga o tau whafonga ia, telefo i leo ngā o nei mata upu. Ia, mai se lava nai ta mam tina mātua fo, le wa levana ngā lulue wa malo lo manu malo. A o lo ia le lato se leni la o lo o tau fiofi. Ia ma whaatalitali po feo le a whaalu iai. Ia, malo o tuai, i le whaletua ia Emele Palamo o le telefoni o le o lua fitu, valu tolu fitu, valu wha, valu o. Whatalo fatu o leo te tonua mafuta mai ia leuso ia Matt lua tua. Ia o le si fo i fonga leo le tātou por kalame o le Malu i Fale. Ia ai o lana mata upu e ese le tāua. A wai whatau e mele le Fale. Ai whai e Matt lua tua le insurance o lo Fale. Ma le insurance o lo soifua. Ia mai le whalapu potonga advice for life. Whatalo whātu ia te oe leuso malo le soifua manuia whaftai fo i le nei awanoa. Wa umana tā whiloa i le tai au. A lea wa tā whiloa i fo i lunga o pe au mga ngalu le ea. Wha manino wha mamla mā tili i le tunu le tā ua tele o le mea ta o le life insurance, trauma insurance, funeral coverage, local contents o lo maota. Ia maisi vaenga malawa tau ile mata upu tau insurance. Talo falava and welcome to the show. Malolo
so muia lo fionga la tawa savea ia whaftai lava mole noa ia ma ia ka whilwa I fo ile kai au ile o Fale to look at insurance
ia.
So whaftai lava malo wa mele aso o bisi fo ile
ia e whapena o pisi le aso malu lu aile mawhai lava o la tau fia inga ruenga matiu te tau na whai
malu lu le mea
ioe ia ai malo whaftai nā maile nā vai aso ma ngā ruenga sa whenga iai.
Ia, ma ia bisi fo ile vai aso so it's been a good week. Ke fo I ka ngaka ngā whalongolongo mai I pokalame lea, e whaftai lava mule noa, swangi, and vili mai au e whasoka. I se gemi e alwa e whaiset lako insurance, sit down, fail review, make sure ile life insurance, le fo ile trauma insurance mai ki ngā inga, ma le medical insurance fo I isi o ngā li I mga mea le medical insurance whale mai, specialist operation ka oko, me whapenga ma le income protection, ma le mokesi fo I. So, Emele does the mokesis, and then I look at the mortgage protection, e pui le mokesi pay meni. So, pisma rea, taila.
Ese mai le insurance au le tātal noanga na matua solo le lei. O le asau tofo I le tātou koko master le nā le na tā.
Ma kua seki alo pisingisi ngā le koko master nga. O ngale a kua ngale kolu aso le leire. Ngai makauri fo e se fulu koko I kongu le packet nga a.
Ioe.
Le lei a u le a kole kolu aso ai le lei so le makua. Nice, very tasty.
O le ae ian sa palai pe a mana o I fo I le stable malongo atu I o tātou
I can order another packet oi
malo
packet. The mangaya because it's different is in the low key bag and ale manga oi tasty the cocoa stuff then you leave it in the bag but it's a good business. Thank you Savea.
Now Ta amata tu la facility. What are the key benefits of a rate for age life insurance as opposed to the level life coverage? So I want you to identify and describe or po lea le wingo le upule rate for age ia fa pe le level of life covered.
Mga facility mo mula disclaimer o le high level information only.
Nice.
Mia may say advice ia vili mai and we can catch up wai. I can sit down and take you through my full 6-step advice process. So ole ese senga ole rate for age ma le level cover because makaulia for with life insurance ole life insurance e pui lo langa ke o kupus fa velave e o ki maliu fa fo se and then e ko kongi ku pelo ainga so it helps to pay the funeral mo kesi like alafu so that's the life insurance pay out the funeral insurance but e ke le akule life insurance the funeral insurance ngale maximum goal sulu afe you can have but a life insurance you can go all the way up to milionga kala and so it's bigger than the funeral so ole ese ngale rate for age male level because makauli for every year aki kilo oilo policy e la fo ku sele insurance company a o e kausanga ma pe ole anniversary e alu lunga le kau e alu lunga le kau masalo le balu kala po le sul kala o isi kampangi le sulu lima kala e alu lunga every year le kau fa pe alu lunga o lo ke mi you know lima kausanga pasile sulu kausanga wo kau mamafo kau ka kere policy so that's why every year you can reduce the cover down pe ke manga mi because it's too heavy too kau ka so only rate for age nga o le winga rate for age if I sing a kau mo fi amakanga but kausanga si lunga le kau le za fa ya sfanga
yeah
sa ole le fai dia sfanga ko sanga e alu fo ilunga le kau ai alu fo ilunga le cover as well we see cover ai alu fo ilunga le kau and so ala kikit kangaka like if they young benga le gold shoot ko sanga pole fast food ko sanga e fololo because if I sing ko fi para over the fast food ko sanga it kangaka and then if I sing ko ka and so alu lunga so ole si option ole level cover ale o e alu lunga le kau ai mga o ku mau wale le price every year o le same pay mengia ia o le level cover nga e silinga faile level cover e level ele cover se ionga o le fiku sur kausanga pe o le valu sur kausanga pe mga mi o e level all the way to se lau kausanga e ku mau wale kau ele alu lunga le kau and so that's the better one pe a facing makur kangaka because otherwise e kaunka kele pe alu lunga le rate for age and so e mo ia e kaunka le level cover mai se ape kangaka makukua e facing kaunka but at least e ku mau le cover lock le cover you can budget for it kausanga ele alu lunga le cover so le se senga ngau le rate for age alu lunga le life insurance kausanga baluka la suka la au le level cover ku mau le kau ele alu lunga le kau facing kaunka le hik but it's locked in and it's the same stays
if I options for le to do la to lo e se filifilinga o se be nanau ia e fatido. Now, what does Asteron Life Company offer for cancer patients if the critical trauma cover is declined?
It's facility because kele o clients ai fo inga ngase koko maulunga pole suka diabetes pole cholesterol ngao liver, kidney, and so kele fo ingase le clients because they strictly kula fongo le insurance company a mga umele clients le trauma cover o le wingo le trauma cover se ma le life o le life se longa me liu au le trauma cover le so fuar kangaka ai pui o ke o mawangi mai ngase like cancers le cancers o le number one sickness in New Zealand kele cancers le body o le cancers ma le strokes, ma le heart attacks, ma I faku, paralyze, fasi fulu ko inga mai kumau. So that's trauma cover. So amanga umele client to apply for trauma cover, then I kele fo inga se ngase, I fai singa la po mamafa fo ika ngaka. Ke ufa Fale insurance company because makauri fo I look after 5 insurance companies
Mali.
Estron, ole Chubb, Fidelity, Partners Life, ma ai. I offer my insurance company, sorry, Matt. le kaulia lo client because mo kele mai kele ngasi o fai singa mafa fo I ula fo I ngale life insurance ale me kaulia. Okay, but not trauma. Ai mga mia le client le trauma. And so le company le o Estron. O Estron e mawhainga a provide le cancer cover. Pea decline le trauma. Pea le kaulia le trauma. As long as elengi cancers sign the cancers langa body, e mawhainga apply for the cancer only cover.
Right.
So you're only covered for cancer, but you're not covered for mere like mai faku, strokes, me whapenga, only the cancer cover. So at least, me silia, they've got something there to swang ye, le client pea le kaulia le trauma, at least, yeah, okay, mangai le kaulia le cancer cover. It's better than nothing because makaulia for cancer or the number one claim in New Zealand. Kele kaka so se aija kusa pe makua kusa pe la kikiranga kele kaka diagnose of le mai ku maule o cancer. So at least le ile cover le it might be available.
Yeah.
Estron is one of the companies I use, or a worldwide company based New Zealand or Scalia for you. So Mesilia, you got something that you can apply for with cancer.
Malu,
so it
o le whaafunga mai ma le sila mai mo le tunu ia e le fau ia le sunga matulu atua I lau mai mo mai ma lau whaafunga foi ia o se tasi o tamari o le tunu o le alo Samoa o lo o malanga atu whaamama le taua tele o le mea nei o le insurance to tonu o lo mauta mo le lawa o le telefonu le maua iai o ia o le olo fitu valu toluiva tasi fitu tasi wha o lo fitu valu toluiva tasi fitu tasi wha vai tile io o le tunu nei o wha leve wha fose I o le pule le tu le isi si tu ma te iai o mea le wala au e halu ala tangata o le tātou watanu fo I wha tau te I le neima tā upu o le whai o se life insurance. Why is a life insurance policy so important in, going to have a loan for a whaalawelawe tātou watanu?
Sa'olele. Life insurance, very taua, very important. And later life insurance, because I can tailor it down to fit your budget. A big cover. Yeah, if it's a big cover to cover your mokesi, like lima se lau afe o kolu se lau afe, it can be a little bit konka. And so if you can afford the big cover, mangaya. But it's better than going for a loan. Macy, if you have a mortgage and kupusi mia o e whafosei, if I whenga ko kongi lo a inga le mokesi because you were the main breadwinner. Au loma li oe. And then so wale bank fale because it lese life insurance. And so it's very taua to have a life insurance. Macy akakala e mokesis to cover the full mortgage. So kupulos whavelave a oe. Fale claim I work for the insurance companies on behalf of you. I do all the claims with the insurance company to speed everything up. Mawalol kupeng pay off the mortgage. But fai elengi mo kesi, elese mo kesi, lay rent al kangaka, but lay ngau, they got some children. Very taua because the life insurance fai a small amount, whakakai, let's say 50,000 or 80,000 valusulu afe. Ia kumpulos whawelawe a oe, ele lo ka koulan mea kupu kai au, or next year, ma singa fau, ngau le tua e loa, so we don't know. So life insurance is peace of mind. Ke o kupus whawelawe next month, next year, and so it pays straight away le limas fuluafe. Whai ke mga mi is a small cover, just limas fuluafe, pay off the funeral, luas fuluafe, like ko koe koe fuluafe. So that will be for your family, or ainga, or whaangau, just to help for the next 6 months. It's better than nothing. You got something, even though it's a small cover. And so otherwise, I say life insurance, because some people misi pay mengi kolu fa ia cancel all policy, lapse all policy. Ia kupulor fa velave. Ia kalo fa e kinga inga le ainga e alu le instant finance, pe alu le money shop, pe alu le bank, so e menga kupe e faile loan ko kongi ele funeral, maybe 30,000 ko ele interest on top of that. O ale limas fulu afe, ko lima kau sanga le ko kongi anga loan o levanga Fale le funeral ka ngaka. So it's not a wise decision to do alone. It's better to do the life insurance because it less interest. If you're lolo for it go, we can tailor it to fit your budget, and it's covered without any payback. And so it's less kinga inga for the family. It's much better for you and the family. It's a wise investment. Taua, Taylor.
Yeah, alona winga. O tu sa leo mo to tongi le loan ai le face lo. When you have your life insurance policy in front of you. On nai tupe nai tong ia fai fo I o len tata le no le mta before le with loadings compared to exclusions better than deferrals.
Yes.
Ta u pe fai on the downside sai ia le for le policy I want ia se cover mo le soifua every day 24 hours 7.
Sa ole late because any loadings the policy or the wing ole loadings if the price is for example kolusur ka lal vai aso por sulu lima ka lal vai aso so the price kang lo Fale quote ya oi o le life insurance lea o le kolusur ka lal vai aso por le sulu lima ka lal vai aso I le lusulu afe life insurance for kai but in Mawalolo Congo Insurance Company Congo Insurance Company virit for mai medical notes check everything first kilo Congo Insurance Company okale kele mai facing ma mafa fo I Congo Insurance Company ko ulunga le loadings alu lo lunga le price from sfuluri makala ve aso alu le double $30 a week or something like that. And so, or the wing the loadings, they put the price up, but it's okay. We can reduce the cover down. In fact, like kila cover. Sili akule loadings because ele exclusion. Ul exclusion ele cover mele, I cover mele, I cover mele fa penga ul exclusion nga. And so loadings is probably better than exclusion because at least the loadings is no exclusion. Like cover everything will cover. Everything's covered. But ano lunga lai kikir kau because makua ula skeleki facing mamafa kelifuna ngase. And so orikula fongo insurance companies that I use, or the 5 companies, is strict kula fongo may siaka lem kau makua for is harder to get the life insurance, but we still try. But thank you.
Le sunga ya Matt Luatua mai le fala tongo o le advice for life.
Yes.
O le alo le tunu o ngā lue. Maisi company insurance e to lima le company tele. O lo o lato ngā lue mwhai na vatul fautuanga I te oe po o le ale le tu ai ngā policy a le ale tu ai ngā insurance e mwhai o na talawhenga I kawai o le telefoni a Matt Luatua o lua fitu valu toluiva tasi fitu tasi wha, o lua fitu, valu toluiva, tasi fitu tasi wha. Ia, o tawa lunga atuai, ia le tā wha talanoanga le nei aso, au tonu lava e tō tele Samoa, wa amata o na nau o lātou loto nganga. E whaia le mea lea, o se mea le lei mō lou a inga. E te wha mā avenga I le ngata le mawhati o le loto le tinama le whanau ma a inga. Ai whapena ona iei me a apa iei le tina le ainga le whanau. E whai ele mea lea rao. Wow.
Yes.
Po feo le a whalau wasi ei oe, a feo le a lango mauai oe. Masa I puti o le a fio mai o le atunu uma le e kalesia o uoma e masani. E mata ina watongi le fua rosa I lau fata. Vai le kariera wari ina. Ia, al telefoni le nā reu se a Matt Luatua, o lua fitu, valu toluiva, tasi fitu, tasi wha. Upu muri mai lau sunga Matt, ia le tātau mawai ai lea.
Lo lava. Ia moli atu le whaftai, ma lo I lo tō pa ia, ma Malu Samoa, lo tō whafonga lo po kalame lene asu. Ma lo whaftai, ma lo sai, ma lo tapuai. Whamanui le atua tiutu ma whaiva. Lene so e ka whelua I fo I next week be a ready lot report I low insurance ali savea.
Whaftai.
Lo le fiafi, ma ngui po kalame.
Ia, tō tasi ala lea, o lea la ua e tau mawha I le Coco Master.
Seki.
Lea lo whamanuia mai le tina o le Coco Master, tele sia booth mai nā I whangaporoa. Whamai tanga I fo I tua, www.cocomaster.com. Ono no winga e te walau sao ia Daniel po fi ngota sau sao e nga o kolau kam
Ko faisa ora, my next order for the cocoa is very good. I recommend it. It's the best cocoa.
Yeah, ma lo fafti tele lava tafilwa ili vai so fo fa madria le tua so fu mo ia madria.
Ah, se fo.